Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Ben here. I'm just gonna make a little update video real fast. Today is Sunday, February 27th, and it is a day of change. I mean, so much has changed today. Well, two major things. Um, First, as you guys know from my last two videos, um, today was our last Sunday at Pleasant Valley. My dad recently got let go from there because it's not because he can't play. My dad's one of the best piano players I've ever heard in my life, maybe the best. He's really a man of God, and he does everything he can. If he's doing a job, he puts everything he has into it. He's poured so much into that church, and everybody there knows it and everything. It's just the pastor wanted to go a different direction with the music, and so he decided to talk to my dad when apparently my dad's been thinking the same thing about it, and I've been wanting to get out for a while. It's just exhausting over there. And yeah, so that's why my dad, he didn't get fired or nothing. It was just kind of like a mutual, like, split ways. And yeah, we play a lot of upbeat stuff, and the pastor wants to go into, like, we do a lot of, I always get this backwards. Either we do a lot of praise or we do a lot of worship, and he wants to go into a lot of whatever the other one is, praise or worship. I don't know. I think praise is like upbeat, and worship's like kind of just like wispy and all over the place. We don't do that too much. Like, I mean, we can, but it gets kind of boring to play because it's all like slower stuff, and it's just, I don't know. I was getting to the point where I wanted to quit anyway because it was just taking way too much out of me. It was draining me completely. So I mean, I guess it's pretty good that we got that we left. Um, the second thing that happened today was I turned in my 2 week notice to Arby's 2 days ago. 3 days ago, 2 days ago, Friday, today's Sunday, 2 days ago. And I put up a note asking if anybody could fill in any of my shifts from today on. And I got a text about an hour after I put up that note saying all of my shifts have been filled. And I was like, wow, that's pretty sweet. So then my head manager was making the schedule for next week up today. And he texted me and he was like, hey, I just want to ask you if you want to work next week or if you want this to be your last day. And I was like, well, this can be my last day. I went into work 4 to 9 today just because my sister was there. It's kind of weird because I was working at McDonald's before Arby's, and I took my sister's old job, and her last day she worked with me, and then I guess she just took off for like the summer or something, and then she came back, and then today is my last day, and she worked with me, but she put in her 2 weeks too, so next Sunday is her last day. It's kind of weird though, because I worked her last day and she worked my last day. I don't know. I'm weird. But that's the only reason I went in today, otherwise I would have found someone else to fill in this shift too. And so my manager was like, oh yeah, well, if you don't want to work next week, we can just take you off the schedule altogether and you can just have a nice life, you know? And I was like, well, that sounds pretty good. I thought he was mad at me or something, but he wasn't. I wasn't supposed to see him, but he had to go somewhere, and he came back in after I was already there, and we were talking. And he was like, well, I hope you really have a good experience at Kmart. He's like, you've been a really good employee here, and if stuff doesn't work out there, you can even come back and just let me know, and I'll give you your job back. And I was like, well, dude, that'd be pretty sweet if something doesn't happen. I mean, but like, odds of that happening is not very high because I'm gonna make Kmart work. And I was like, well, thank you anyway, just in case I ever need that. And he was like, no problem, man. And then he left. We shook hands, you know, say goodbyes. And then I worked for 4 hours. I got off early. It felt really weird clocking out for the last time ever, though. I mean, it kind of doesn't feel real yet. I mean, I keep telling myself I'm never going back, but I mean, it just doesn't feel real yet. And I was kind of happy about it because, I mean, I don't know. You always come home coated in grease. Don't get me wrong. I complained about Arby's a lot, but I complain about everything a lot. I complained about the church, which I never really enjoyed church too much, but that church really wasn't that bad. And Arby's really isn't that bad. There's just a few select people there that really know how to, like, get underneath your skin. And Brian's not one of them. Head manager, he's a really nice guy. And majority of the people there are. I'm not going to get into all these names because they could be watching this and they'd end up getting mad at me. So, yeah, and in case I ever do go back, I don't want them to hate me, and I don't want them to know who they are. So if you're watching this, it's not you, so you don't hate me. I'm pretty excited about starting Kmart. I start Friday. Today's Sunday. I think it's 5 days away. I go from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. for my training. And then I'm guessing after that, next Monday, I'll be working like my first night shift, and I'm gonna be like, wow, I'm gonna have to sleep a lot. I'm not worried about it, but at the same time, I am, because I can stay up all night, no problem. It's just staying up all night while keeping myself physically active. That's a different story, because I've never done that. Normally, whenever I stay up, it's because I'm playing video games or I'm watching TV or I'm chilling with people, and I'm not always like stocking stuff and moving around, you know. So I mean, I don't know what to think about that. I'm kind of excited though. It's gonna be something different. And if it doesn't work out, I mean, it doesn't work out. I can just switch over to day shifts there, and I'll be fine like that. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Everything's all set in stone though. I mean, the day I had my interview, I passed my drug test because I had to go back the next day to drop off my checkbook, not my checkbook, my routing number off my check and my social security card. But I passed my drug test, passed my background test. They actually wanted me to start on Friday, but I had plans, so I couldn't. Otherwise, I'd probably be working tomorrow. Which would be pretty cool, but I mean, I don't know. This whole week, I'm gonna be able to like just do whatever I want, and it's gonna be pretty freaking sweet, because I'm used to having to work now and then and have school here. Now, tomorrow I've got to go to school, and then I've got a conference in my English class, which is my last class. Normally I get out at 12, but then the rest of the week I don't have English, so I'll be out at 11 every single day. And that's only on Wednesday and Friday. Tuesday and Thursday I've got nothing to do, especially because the church is gone, so now Thursdays are open as well. And I'm just like, wow, it's going to be, I'm not used to having so much free time. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do with it. Actually, I'll probably chill with my girlfriend, but I mean, you know, whatever. So yeah, change, today's been a big day of change, and sometimes change is hard to accept, sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's for the better, but it's hard to accept and everything, but I mean, change is constant, it's always going to be there, so you just have to get used to it. And I'm beginning to, and I think I am beginning to grow up, because I just feel like I'm ready to embrace my responsibility of life and start saving my money and making wiser decisions. I mean, being a kid is amazing, and it is one of the best experiences you ever have in your life. But I mean, growing up doesn't mean you can't have any fun, and you can't still act like a kid sometimes. It just means you know when to act like a kid and when not to. And it's not 100% of the time. It's going to be hard to do, because everybody in my life is not growing up. They're all my age, but they're not really going anywhere in life, and they either just sit at home all day, or I don't know. It's just going to be hard, because I'm going to be kind of like by myself. And that's okay, because some of the, if it's not hard, it's not the right decision. And if it's just easy to do it, then it's probably not right for you, and I don't know. So, I mean, yeah, I'm ready for it. So, that's basically where I'm at right now. I'm pretty excited. Tomorrow's going to be a really nice day. I'm going to go on a walk with my girlfriend. That's going to be nice. It's going to be enjoyable. But, I mean, I'm going to stop going out places. I am going to stop living paycheck to paycheck. I'm going to start saving my money and making some wise decisions, and I'm about ready. I feel like I'm like a disappointment to some people, so I'm about ready to shove that down the drain and be an adult, responsible, embrace life. So yeah, I think that's all for now. I mean, that's where my life's at right now. A couple days I'll make another update video about how school's going and everything. So thanks for watching. I mean, have a great night. God bless. Speaking of God, next Sunday we're going to Open Door Community Church. It's a small church, but I mean, it's alright. I'm ready for it. The only thing is, I think I'm gonna have to watch like how loud I play, because there's no drum cage. At PV, there's like a huge like cage thing. Kind of feel like you're like in prison or something, and you can hit as hard as you want, because it's all like contains the sound and everything. I mean, it just bounces it back to you. So I'm kind of like losing my hearing right now, because it's so loud in that cage, even like through the headphones. Like I got like these headphones that like cancel out the noise, and it's still kind of loud. But I mean, it's whatever. I'm ready to move on. We've been at PV too long, I think. It just drained me, and I'm ready to move on. So I mean, that's where my life's at so far. And yeah, sorry for babbling on this long. It's a long video, I know. So yeah, alright, I'll see you guys later. See you in the next video. Have a good night.